So let me ask you something. What if the most sacred journey, the ultimate pilgrimage, wasn't to some faraway land, but to a place deep inside yourself? Well, today we're going to explore an ancient text that poses this timeless question. Where do we really find ultimate purity? All right, let's get into it.
Our story kicks off in the epic Mahabharata, and you've got two main characters on the stage. King Yudhishthira, a man who's really searching for some deep answers, and his wise grandsire, Bhishma, who, well, he's got the key. The whole scene is set for a question that's going to completely flip what we think we know about a pilgrimage.
And there it is. Wow. That's a question that just echoes through the ages, doesn't it? See, Yudhishthira isn't just asking for directions to a holy river. He's asking for the best of all, the path to supreme purity. This is a question about the final destination for the human spirit.
Now, you'd probably expect Bhishma to start listing off famous temples or sacred rivers, right? But he doesn't. Not at all. Instead, what he says completely reframes the entire quest. He's about to reveal that the greatest pilgrimage site, well, it isn't on any map.
Okay, so here's the crucial point. Bhishma introduces two kinds of pilgrimage. On one side, you have the external journey that we're all pretty familiar with. Visiting actual physical places, bathing in sacred waters. But on the other side, he presents this totally radical idea, the internal pilgrimage. This is a journey into our own state of mind, one that's defined by our inner virtues.
So where does this internal path actually lead? Well, this journey has a name, the Manasteyat, which translates so beautifully to the mind pilgrimage. The core idea here is just profound. The most sacred, most purifying place you could ever visit is your very own consciousness.
You know what's so cool about this is how beautifully metaphorical it all is. In this inner pilgrimage, the sacred water isn't H2O, it's truth itself. And the solid ground you're standing on, it's not dirt or rock, it's patience. It's a journey of character, not geography.
So, what's on the packing list for this inner journey? Well, you can forget the suitcase. We're talking about inner qualities. Bhishma lays them out as the absolute essentials. First up, you've got truthfulness, just being honest in what you think, say, and do. Then simplicity and unpretentiousness, no fake stuff. Next is compassion for all beings, a really deep sense of empathy. After that, nonviolence, which is so much more than a physical act. It's a whole state of mind. And crucially, self-control over your senses and impulses. And finally, a deep, abiding peace of mind. See, these aren't just virtues. They're your map and compass for the inner pilgrim.
That is just such a powerful and direct statement, right? Bhishma is challenging the entire ritual of bathing in a holy river. He's basically saying that the physical act alone completely misses the point if nothing changes on the inside.
And this just brilliantly nails the real meaning. The ultimate cleanse isn't with water, it's with self-control. When you master your own impulses and your senses, you get to a kind of purity that just radiates from the inside out. Now that is the true complete bath.
Okay, get ready for this, because we're about to go to the next level. If the journey is internal, then it follows that the destination can also be a person. Bhishma explains that an individual who really cultivates these virtues doesn't just go on a pilgrimage, they become a living, breathing, sacred place.
And what does a person like this actually look like out in the world? Well, the text says they're free from the grip of ego and the constant pull of attachment. They're someone who stays balanced, not swung around by pleasure and pain. They don't have favorites. They see everyone with an equal eye. They're not driven by selfish wants, but actually find joy in letting go. And above all, their conduct, just the way they are, is pure. In essence, they themselves become a sanctuary in human form.
And this is the absolute pinnacle. The person who truly understands reality, a knower of truth, and has completely let go of their ego is, themselves, the highest and most sacred destination you could ever hope to visit.
So we've journeyed from physical places to the mind and then to a person. And now, Bhishma reveals the final, ultimate source of purity. What is that one thing that purifies more than anything else? He then lays out this fascinating hierarchy, almost like climbing a mountain of purity. At the base, you've got the purity of conduct, just doing the right thing. It's the essential foundation. One step higher is purity of mind, thinking the right thoughts, creating a clear and virtuous inner world. And even above that is the purity from pilgrimage, that cleansing effect of a sacred journey, whether it's out there or in here. Each level is more profound than the last.
But there's still one final peak to climb.
You see, all these forms of purity are valuable, absolutely, but they're all overshadowed by one final source. According to Bhishma, the ultimate, the most supreme form of purification comes from
Knowledge, jnana, the wisdom to see things exactly as they truly are. This is the final answer. It's not a place, it's not an action, but a state of profound understanding. It is knowledge that truly washes away all impurities and brings about that lasting, supreme purity.
So, as we wrap this up, that question isn't just for King Yudhishthira anymore, is it? It's for all of us. After exploring all this ancient wisdom, will our next journey be to a destination on a map or a deeper exploration of the truth and purity waiting right here within?